The Lost Cryptids Conservatory, where we will shatter your reality to bring you closer to the truth.
All right, guys, welcome back to another live show, the first one of the year, 2022. Of course, my host today is co-host is James Collar Kid. Of course, happy New Year to everyone in the chat. Of course, everyone who watches the show. Hopefully, everyone had a fun night last night. Didn't party too hard. Of course, me and the girlfriend went to sleep early and got our rest. So we really had a lot of fun last night for the New Year. So, what about you, James? You stay up hard, party hard?
Yeah, up till 2 a.m.
You know, that's what it's all about with some friends, of course, right? So,
yeah.
But, you know, we're starting the new year off good. We're going to have a nice show for you guys, of course, talking about Bigfoot, other cryptids. What was that?
I said also with some snow.
And also have some snow, yeah. I might be on a little delay compared to James. Me and him have some issues earlier. Hopefully, you know, you guys in the chat's not affecting you guys, but we're going to try to work through it, of course. That's right. We're getting a lot of snow right here. Got a couple inches of snow. Should be pretty interesting when we go out and, of course, research and hopefully get tracks and other evidence, of course. Starting the new year off right and seeing what the year brings, of course. I'm very excited, very, very excited to see where the Lost Cryptids goes, of course. It's been a long, good year and a couple of years now. So,
yep.
So, yeah, we're going
to... You got a list of stuff you're bringing you want to talk about?
Oh, yeah, we could. I'll be putting the...
I don't know, just stuff that you think is probably important to bring.
Yeah, honestly, in the winter environment, so now we're in the winter season, of course, we'll be packing our bags a little bit differently. Main thing, of course, is bringing the equipment, you know, audio recorders, video cameras, and stuff like that. Also, prepping them, making sure they're kept warm and stuff, so bringing them in little carry baggies and stuff like that would help. But now, bringing more survival tools, make sure you can have a nice fire starter and a survival kit, honestly. Bring more tarps, of course. Things that make yourself more comfortable when you're out there in the winter elements camping. So what do you got there, James?
Oh, Ray's, you're talking about survival kits. I got my own. I got a first aid kit right
There you
here.
go.
It's got a bunch of stuff in it. And then we got a survival kit full of got some lint in here to start a fire. Got a fire starter. Flint and steel. We got a whistle in here. I don't know if you ever need that. Got some water purification tablets, just in case. I don't know what else do I have in here. Oh, I got a mirror as well. You know, I don't know, smoke signals. Oh, duct tape.
No,
Gotta have that.
no, all good things. No, honestly, it's stuff that would help in a survival situation, no doubt. And that's the things, even the whistle. If you're lost out in the woods, that whistle's easy way for you to make a loud noise without expending a lot of energy compared to, you always hear about people yelling and yelling and yelling. It takes a lot of energy out of you if you keep constantly doing that, and can tear your throat out. And so whistles are very valuable to have if you ever get lost and need to make a lot of noise, of course. I got a small kit like that, a fire starting kit, and a little bit of a first aid kit. Not much stuff, just a basic bandage.
I don't know what's in this thing. I've used
it a few times. Oh yeah. Also we're going to be bringing.
We got some gauze. What is this? Like a sanitation wipes, Band-Aids, obviously. It's just a first aid kit.
Yeah. Yeah, everyone should be prepared. You should have this basic kits and stuff too. Honestly, going without that or better to have it. Honestly, because even minor cuts and stuff when you're out there, it sucks and stuff. And just you gotta make sure it's clean, and it's a lot easier to get repaired up when you have a kid and certain stuff. But yeah, in my kit, it's a little survival kit. It's like basic fire starter. Very important to have your way to get fire because you can survive without shelter and you can survive a lot of things for a couple of days, like food and water. But having a fire along with a shelter is most important. You can only survive a couple hours, so especially in the winter environment. So getting the fire started, nice and easy way. Like what your kit come with. I like dryer lint and stuff. Use dryer lint. Is a very plentiful and basically free thing that you can use and pack. And use some wax and some oils, and a Bic lighter is always good to have a plastic bag. So, having magnesium rod and stuff is good, and to practice and use it too. Because if you never use it, and then you go out in the elements and you're really having a hard time. I mean, you would like to have some practice underneath your belt. So, but yeah, basically, prepping our clothing and our what we're gonna wear, is layers and layers and stuff to make sure we're gonna stay warm when we're tromping around the woods in the middle of the night. As it's snowing, or it might not snow. Who knows? But it's gonna be pretty cold. So, basically prepping for that. It's not gonna be summer, so you gotta prep differently. You gotta prep to make sure your cameras and all that are staying warm and get warm. And our basic base camp is gonna be different, and more tarps and layers of insulation, of course, around the fire. tents, and we have mummy bags, of course, sleeping bags, so we can sleep in pretty cold weather. And it just depends on the weather. It depends actually what's happening and stuff. I might sleep by the fire, of course. Sleep in the tent. It just depends, and try to get some activity and brave the elements and fight the cold, basically. So as long as you're really dressed for it and stuff, it's not too bad. You just push through it, and of course, and any winter activity with Bigfoot would be is needed and stuff. There's not much documentation, evidence, of course, shown, and there's some pretty good pictures and stuff, but there needs to be video and follow-ups and a lot more things that need to be done this year. So hopefully, not only us, but other researchers across the country are going to be stepping up their efforts and getting the job done. So we implore the good ones, and because there's a lot of good people out there doing a good job, and don't get recognized and don't get enough of the video seen or of their evidence. And
Oh. I think you meant to do the other one.
no, my computer's just going crazy again.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Anyways, yes. Glad to see everyone's in chat having fun. Nice to see some regulars, and yeah, snow. The snow is finally here, and we're gonna get a lot more of it. And so what are the Sasquatches doing? So a lot of people don't know. A lot of people have different theories because you know what? A lot of people don't go out there when it's snowing to do their research and stuff. They take a break for a couple of months because it's harder, it's colder, and they dread the snow. But I love the snow. I love going out and they're out there in the environment 24/7, so they're still out there doing their things, leaving evidence and tracks, and but they're playing the seasons a little differently, tactically. And so if they have the optimal seasons and have gathered their food, and they could possibly cache their foods and keep movement and migration to a minimum, to leave tracks to a minimum. But when you have fluctuation of the weather, it's melting the snow, or you're going to get dumped out with a lot of snow. They're going to move, and so their tracks will be covered up with snow, or it's going to be melting with the snow going away. So when these extreme weather events and melting of the snow or gaining of the snow, these are key time frames where Sasquatches are on the move. And then when the snow settles and stuff, and it's not melting, and everything is frozen in place, where you can find tracks, days and days old, and they're pristine condition, and follow them miles and miles and miles away. They're not leaving tracks during those time periods as much because, again, they know humans can track people, and that's how they hunt, is by tracking. And so they don't want to leave tracks. They don't leave tracks during all the other seasons, and in winter they especially know that it's very detrimental to their survival if they're leaving tracks everywhere for us to find and to follow. So they really, from my research and understanding, and from my own viewpoint, is they're really keeping their movement to a minimum. They're in a spot where it doesn't get much pressure by anyone going in there in winter, usually, and private property. Who knows? They got to go wherever they most feel comfortable. But for them staying warm, it's just like any other animal out there. The deer don't go in caves. The deer are not inside warming up by a fire. Deer just lay down and bed down and usually cuddle up if they have a family offspring. But other than that, they're just braving the elements. So Sasquatch being a lot bigger, a lot thicker and stuff, and more intelligent, are going to be able to just sit out there and lay out there like a regular deer can and survive the winter element. So this whole question of how they keep warm is, well, how does a deer keep warm in winter? It's kind of a no-brainer. It's just natural occurring stuff, which all animals do. Um, they might go into semi-hibernative states and slow down, and because being out there and stuff in the winter, if you're not moving around and stuff, you're not expelling a lot of energy. You're going to do a lot more better than consuming all these calories, extra calories that you would burn through the winter environment. So when we're out there tromping through the woods hours and hours and hours, we're going to be burning a lot more calories than we normally would be compared to summertime. So we'll be packing in some good food and some nice easy cooked stuff, and the nice thing about winter is everything's, really frozen out there. It's a very nice freezer environment. So it's very easy for a staff specialist to kill something and cache it, and it's not going to go rotten, and it's not going to go bad for a while. So again, they got all food stacked up. Do they really need to go anywhere unless it's necessary? So that's what I think they're doing in certain spots and certain tribes or certain clans or family groups, however you want to say it. Family groups are doing that. So yeah. So, but I'm ready for this year and for this winter season of research, because it never ends, no matter what the climate and the weather is, really. So you ready to freeze your butt off out there, James?
Define ready.
Well, prepare it as much as you think you can.
Oh, I think your computer's dying again.
Well, I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, it keeps glitching over and clicking when I scroll down on the thing, guys. But yeah, it's getting pretty cold here, and over in Canada and everywhere else. It's finally here. It's nice.
Yeah, I saw that. Mine's
I
like
have a feeling
negative 40. I couldn't do that. That's too cold.
Yeah, I think the coldest I've ever experienced actually being out there, was about negative 20 with wind chill. So it was
Probably same.
Yeah, that was here
Yeah,
in
probably.
Michigan. It gets a lot colder, but negative 40 in Michigan is about as cold as it ever got up in the UP. And then of course Canada gets much colder, and then as far north as you get. But no, honestly, it's just dressing for it. But yeah, when I was out there, negative 20, it's pretty intense. If your skin got exposed for even just a couple seconds and stuff, it was pretty intense. And I was out raccoon hunting in it. I actually shot one, and that night, just sitting there in a bucket, freezing my butt off. But
Oh my god. I'm looking right now what the weather's gonna be like up north, and the low is 7 degrees.
for the low, it's not too bad though. It's not 0 degrees yet.
It's still not
It is
good.
definitely weather to be respected and stuff. Yeah. When you're out there, just dress for it and push yourself, and then we'll be getting warm by the fire, of course, and packing in our own food and stuff. So some nice, easy cook stuff, warm you up, and as long as our equipment keeps working up, and our bodies keep working up, we keep going back out there more and more, come back to recharge, basically. it'd be work. It'd be you like working outside, general labor job, high intensity fucking work. It's not that we're not be sitting at camp, We'll be sitting at camp to rest, to eat, and sleep. Other than that, we'll be focusing on trying to find evidence, pinpoint the location, pinpoint activity, try to have activity happen around us. The tracks, audio, whole 9 yards. And, especially in snow, because a lot of people say they have activity in the snow, but they don't find tracks. And so, if we have activity, then we can kind of confirm it's Sasquatch, and we don't find tracks and stuff. So that's going to be a pretty big mystery. If we find tracks, it's going to be awesome. So, yeah. It's going to be interesting. It's been very interesting to get some winter tracks. I'm very confident.
How would you cast that?
We'll be taking pictures and stuff, of course, because it should be pretty easy.
You can't cast that, can you? Or can you?
You can actually, yeah. You would mix it and stuff, and you would try to get the mix to be the same temperature as the snow or the ice. So you try to get cool and stuff, so it's going to be hardening up at the same time. But you just try to do it, and either it's going to turn out or it's not. So I wouldn't spray anything on there. I would just mix it and try to get the bag cold, the mixture cold before it hardens too much to not freeze or melt the snow or ice as it comes in contact when you pour it. So, hey, you never know until you try it. So, but taking really good pictures and stuff, there's some good details in snow that you might be able to see better than the shadows and the stuff you would see on dirt, land and in the forest and with the leaves and stuff like that. So you have, white, very white snow and ice type of coloring compared to browns and reds and greens and yellows and stuff, or create a lot of shadows and different stuff to get it's hard to get the detail out of a picture, but in snow it's going to be a different color spectrum, so hopefully some details show easier and better on pictures in that way. And you can verify. It's a lot easier to follow tracks in the snow. It's a lot easier to see the detail, to see, what kind of animal it is. Than if you're out in the woods and you see, half a footprint here, something over here, something over there. You're not sure. I mean, the snow, you're going to be able to follow the animal. You're going to be able to see these different tracks and see these different indications. If it's doing knuckle impressions, if it's doing like this. I mean, if it's, fully fisted on the ground, and all sorts of movement and pressure that they do on the ground that is not normal. And it's a lot harder to track and find during the other seasons. But if we can see them and get documentation of these knuckles, walking, and finger type of movements, that's going to be a lot more data, a lot more things that we can show proof of. And proof that they walk on all fours a lot more than, say on 2 legs.
I think you did it again.
That'd be I'll check it out. No, that time I meant to. So.
Oh, okay.
No, there is ways to do it and stuff. Like I said, just gotta try. So.
Since we're talking about cold weather, what do you think these creatures do? Not just squatches in general, but like other cryptids. What do you think they do in winter? How do they protect themselves from the cold environment?
Well, just like any other animal, like what a deer do. Deer just bed down underneath
Well, I
some
mean,
trees and stuff, or in some thick
if
stuff,
if we're
and
talking like
survive off of that.
Oregon or like Canada, those cold weather climates, where would they go?
Well, again, there's animals up there doing the same thing, deer, and up there they could be like bears and go in caves, and if they go underground, there's a vast underground system of optimal climate control conditions. So, but what do deer do up in Canada and stuff? All the way up to Alaska. They survive out there. So even unintelligent deer and other animals are just hiding out. Smaller animals hide in logs and go underground and stuff. So if a Sasquatches wanted to live and got caught outside in a storm, like a deer would, it's not. I don't think they couldn't survive. Big, hairy, and if they all huddle together, if they make shelter, they got into some thick stuff that helped protect them, or in a cave system, it'd probably be better, but probably don't need it. And there's some areas that don't have cave systems in the U.S. There's some areas that have high numbers of cave systems. So there's reports of them being in water and stuff, being in the water like all day, laying down and sleeping in water, sleeping like half covered in water. So if they're doing that, they can get used to be sleeping with bugs on them and everything's crawling on them and biting them, and their tolerance and stuff would be pretty high. And so there is actually evidence with of them sleeping in winter and being found in their trackway, basically them sleeping in the winter, has been found and documented. So
Interesting.
yeah. So I mean, it's again, they're out there 24/7. They're still living and doing everything they are in winter as they would in summer and the spring. They just doing different things a little differently, different habits and different ways about going and doing things. So and so if you can track them now and find out where they're at, you want to be probably careful, not disturb them too much, because they're pressured, they're being pressured, and they don't want to be able to be tracked, and they are hiding out for a reason, so they might be a little more grumpy because of where they're at, the pressure and their stuff that they have to do to avoid humans during this time period. If you found those areas, they'd be very important spots of where they go, and so during other seasons, they would certainly probably go to those spots, and probably since they're there in winter, it's probably one of their more comfortable areas that they're at. And so, when you find these spots and stuff, you gotta be responsible and take a lot of consideration, the thought of how you want to approach this, because you go running and jumping in there and pushing down these things, you might not come out, because if that's where they're at during winter, especially with young ones and stuff like that, winter's a very hard season for nature and for regular animals and prey and predators. So, food is scarce, food is harder, everything's harsh. So the Sasquatches could be a little bit more temperamental in certain circumstances. So you want to have that in consideration, because the season is known for its harsh winter starvation, that's just how it's always been. So something to consider when you go out there, people. it's it's not all fun and games if you really think about it. These things are in nature and they are massively powerful, and they are stories and documentation of them being highly aggressive, actually killing people, but breaking and doing a lot of damage to properties, to homes, to livestock, and doing a lot of things that show the power and show the capabilities. And so when they're out there dealing with these things, and these are emotional, intelligent creatures that you can tick off and you make mad, that you can trespass on their property too closely to their family members, and how do we react with a threat coming to our family and being too close to our proximity to where we say, that's too close. And so winters adds another element to that factor because of so many factors, of the food situation, but of the tracking, and if they're not moving into areas, they don't want to be spotted, they don't want to be followed by their tracks, because that's how they hunt. You understand that you can track any animal in the woods. If you're good enough, you can follow the tracks. So they know that they can be followed. So they don't like to be followed. They don't like to be tracked down to where they're actually going to be staying out in winter, especially with their family. There are stories of when people start following the tracks of Bigfoot, some pretty aggressive stuff happens, and indicating that they don't like that. So, respecting these things is very important, and reading the situation and not putting too much pressure on these creatures when you're trying to have good interaction and you're actually trying to get evidence and stuff. Because some researchers would say, well, even bad, aggressive stuff is good evidence, is still evidence and stuff. And yes, that is so, but it's not building a future relationship with that individual or those family in that area, because you're being stupid. In fact, it's just becoming more dangerous for you, and for them not to like you. And so winter is more dangerous to do Sasquatching stuff because of a whole bunch of stuff, including their temperament, which might be a little bit more edgy. So, just something to think about. But I do think there's definitely some that move out of Michigan. Maybe when it gets winter, we'll go more south, and
Yeah,
I
maybe
definitely
into
think
like
there's some here
Wisconsin.
that live here. I mean, there's definitely mass migration going on throughout the Great Lakes region and all the states that encompass it. But I do think there's some Michigan lifers that just stay here in Michigan for a majority of their time.
Some go to
But there's
Canada
definitely
probably too.
migration. Yeah, from Canada, coming down from Canada, uh, the whole western UP, Wisconsin, all the way to Minnesota and Canada, all that huge, wild place. A lot of migration, and even the lower Michigan, and into Canada through across the Detroit and St. Clair Lake is highly populated Canadian territory. All the way up to Toronto has a lot of sightings,
Yeah, I
and
wonder if any like
they can easily
if
cross in
any.
some areas. And
I was gonna say oh, I wonder if any like border patrol
God,
people have like spotted them crossing the border and be like, oh, not going that way.
the border patrol over here in Canada and stuff.
Yeah, over by the border. Yeah.
I'm not sure. I know Southern border, they got some weird stories.
Oh, they do.
All right. Well, I'm gonna put the link to the show in the chat. So if you guys want to come on, talk Bigfoot or whatever, be polite, courteous, respectful, and trying to keep swearing to the minimum, of course. So yeah, get that going.
What goes on in the
We'll be right
south
back.
borders?
Yeah, I know they have stories of like skinwalkers and like some ghosts and stuff, and some other odd stuff. Yeah, you really don't hear much on the northern border. I mean, there's some stuff out there, but how do you know
Probably
that's not just
kept
made up?
quiet, or no one says anything about it.
Well, that's the thing about some all these stories is some of them are just stories, made up stories, or you hear them, you hear the dialogue, and you hear about their guns that they're being used, and you hear them talk about some caliber of this weapon that doesn't exist. And it's not military version of the weapon, if it was, again, so it's not. So these little pieces that don't add up. It's like, well, if that detail's off in the story that is presented as real, it's, again, it's probably fabricated, made up. Because if it was relayed from a real person who was there and did it, and they talked about the weapon caliber, and they said that it was something, and it was a magnum version of this weapon caliber military used, that there is no magnum version that they use in the military. It's a big detail that's off. Yeah, you hear about these kill teams and all that. And a lot of these stories, they get relayed through emails and stuff that people read. It's not vetted. It's not. Shouldn't be taken super seriously. Although some of them, again, sound pretty interesting and have a good feel, but.
What are you talking about?
Is there a delay again? James, you missed the first half?
No, I heard what you... Are you talking about, like, killing Bigfoot?
Well, no, like anything. Yeah, I mean, just generally these stories that you hear, stories, again, it's just stories of this and that, of Bigfoot stuff, that they're not, it's like, who told these stories? Where these stories come from? Well, I got it from an email that some person gave me to read, or to show on my YouTube, or it's on TV, and it's not, doesn't show the person who's actually there doing it. You were talking about the TV show. I wasn't really talking about that, but a lot of these TV shows is just drama. It's over exaggerated drama.
What TV show are you talking about? I didn't mention TV show.
I don't know, like any of them really, because I really don't watch any.
I don't really watch it anymore. So.
But if you want to go down the list, a lot of them are over exaggeration and over dramatized things that are nothing's going on. You have a whole night of, you're out there during the night. The TV show plays as if there's something going on. In reality, there was nothing going on at all. I mean, that's kind of hoaxing in a way. You got to have something for the TV. If you're only there for a couple of days, nothing happens. Well,
filler.
That doesn't sell. So, and that's where these stories come into play too. Is people send people stories through emails of my experience and this. My uncle, who's a retired military vet, who served and was in kill teams and hunted these things and stuff like that. I mean, a lot of the stories and information is presented as that. No one's actually come forward and said, "Hey, I was in a military unit and we did this. And this is the proof." It's always secondhand or third hand passed down stuff. It's not, it's not like, oh, it's like, yeah, my dad did that, and here's the pictures, and here's some stuff, and it's not even that. It's. So it just makes you wonder how much stuff out there in the Bigfoot community, how many stories and how much stuff is actually made up, fake, and over exaggeration, and how much of it is genuine and real. So I just wanted to mention that because when people are out there researching and watching different channels and stuff, a good story is a good story, but we're trying to get to the real facts and real information and real people who've experienced stuff, and some of that is not cannot be found there. So we need to step up and evaluate and kind of vet people who come forward in stories in a way, because any person feeling down and gloomy, and any person can make up a good tale, a good story. And there's frauds certainly in the Bigfoot world, in the Bigfoot community. There's frauds. There's people who steal. There's people who get jealous. There's people who try to are just in it for the money, talk behind your back and seemingly, that's what it's about for some people. You see it everywhere, and that it's since it's become a thing to research and to do, and you have big players, you have small players, and everyone in between, and it's kind of sad and irritating and disconcerting in some aspects. So, anyways, the chat's in the link, or the link's in the chat, guys. So you guys can come on, talk about Bigfoot or whatever, hang out, chill with us. Because that's all we're doing, hanging out, jabbering for the first day of the new year, and excited about our winter plans, excited about our new year coming up. A lot of big announcements going to be coming up soon. We have a fantastic year. We're going to be have a lot of outings and a lot of interesting, fun stuff planned. So, hopefully we grow and get some great evidence to show you guys. We got some stuff that's going to be coming out soon with our buddy Jason Kenzie, his documentary, Searching for Sasquatch 3.
Yeah, the second trailer's out already.
Yeah, the final trailer. And it's 2 parts. It's going to come into 2 parts. Part 1 is going to be January. I forgot the exact day. It's the first week of January. Then part 2 of chapter 3 is going to be February, which is going to be more of the lost cryptids in Michigan and stuff. Part 1 will be of it too, but part 3 is going to be more of the heavy stuff. And so yeah, after that we got open the floodgates and release some good evidence and stuff. We can talk about it, and Jason's won some awesome awards for his chapter 1, Searching for Sasquatch. He's won some very awesome awards and international stuff. So that was his for chapter 1. His chapter 2 is really good, even better than chapter 1. Of course, chapter 3 is heavier, and he's currently on work for Chapter 4. He is currently busy. Awesome guy, very funny guy, and a nice guy to have out in the woods. So he's doing some great work. So we're going to be waiting for that to come out, watching it and supporting him, and showing you guys some evidence. But we got some videos we'll show you guys here in about a minute or two of since we brought it up and started talking about it with Jason and our expedition to the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. And this was a Lost Cryptids Conservatory expedition up there, and after the conference that we did, the Michigan Bigfoot Conference, the Lost Cryptids all went up there and hosted some of the speakers that came there, like Robert Kreider from New Mexico and the She Squatchers from Minnesota. We also had Adam Davies, of course. And so we were out there. Oh, yeah, Gwendolyn, of course. And yeah, she is paranormal in cryptid studies, I think, or I can't remember her name for her YouTube right now, but yeah, she was more paranormal ghosts and stuff. But it was fantastic to have her along. And so basically, we were out there and stuff. James, of course, were out there, and a couple members of Lost Cryptids out there, and we got some interesting evidence. And of course, so it's very interesting at what happened. Very close encounters that was filmed, audio and stuff. You heard stuff. You had some interaction. Cougar tracks. Very, very awesome time. So yeah, we'll show a video here in a second. And this year we're going to be up in some extreme places like that again, and some different places. And it was a big wake up call for myself of these creatures' capabilities. But I know it's pretty fun for you too. So are you ready for this whole year? Because it's going to be jam packed and hopefully even more of an adventure than last year, if that can happen.
I am ready. Since I really didn't go out last year, so
it was kind of crazy, with the COVID and all that too. It was pretty crazy, and there was times I couldn't get out actually, with my son's surgery and stuff like that. So there's life happens, of course. But this year should be pretty good for us. So, well, we'll show this video. It could come out on the channel here soon. I actually sent some people videos to get their input and their insight on it. They're going to get back to me hopefully soon. But this one was used on Jason's trailer, of course. I let him, he asked me and stuff, and I said, yeah, go ahead and put it on there first and give some buzz for his documentary. And so this was shot up in the UP at camp. Jason Kenzie actually had seen some eye shine over by the quads and stuff where we had parked the quads. Very close to camp right there. And wasn't quite sure what he'd seen. In fact, he wasn't quite sure at all because he was saying, maybe it could be this, it could be a mouse, it could be. He didn't know what he had seen. But I had actually filmed something odd. So we'll go through it and we'll talk about it.
The Lost Cryptids Conservatory, where we will shatter your reality to bring you closer to the truth.
think you messed up a bit there.
That is not the short version I want to know. Nope, it is not. But that's okay. I got it. Got it over here. But it's one example. We've shown examples here of the eye shine we've got, and this was again another a shot of the target species doing one eyeball. Either it's an individual that only has one eyeball, or they covering one eye using one eye, because it's several different areas and different cameras in different times, different days. There is evidence of single eye shine, one eyeball eye shine, around camp, around us, that is caught on camera. And so, it just begs the question of, is it individual who has one eyeball, who lost one, or is it something that they're just doing? They're just closing their eyeball and only peeking with one. Can they see the IR lights, that we were using, that were set up? And if they're highly nocturnal, I believe they can. There's other animals that can see the 840 nanometer spectrum, and possibly, even the 944 or whatever it is. That is said that it cannot be seen. They might possibly be seeing that or trace evidence of that also. If they're super highly developed nocturnal night vision, it is possible. It would be the reason why you cannot get them on night vision trail cameras. So I guess I don't have the full clip loaded up besides that, but I have these very short clips. So I guess we'll just show that. It doesn't matter. Something. Yeah, that one is supposed to be the YouTube video, so we're not gonna show that, because that goes into depth and a lot more. Okay. Yeah, a lot more stuff than we're gonna just do right now. So this, but so again, he's seeing this, and I whip the camera out. We're all looking and talking, and asking, are these creatures really that good, to be right there? And we're all sitting here, we're all right there. Can they be really good sneaking to be that close, to move and hide out of the way that we don't hear them? And then I pick up the camera and I glance over and catch eye shine that, seemingly tries to hide behind a tree. And then I take a step, and I don't see it with my naked eye, so I don't see it, but I happen to take a step and catch it in the open again, and it seems to try to go like this very slowly, but it's caught in the open. There's nowhere to go. We actually hear some type of vocal, and it makes us all kind of turn, because that's where it came from. The vocal came from, and then of course we're talking as we stop filming. There's audio going right there, but nothing was captured on audio of that howl, and nothing was caught with of this creature walking by camp. So once it loads up, I'll show you guys. And you can see me. I'm filming. I'm looking at it. You can see that I'm not moving, I'm not walking. If you really study the film, you can see, when the subject of the eyeball moves behind the tree, you can tell with the camera that I'm not moving. I'm not causing this object that's fixated there, not causing it to look like it's moving behind the tree with a camera trick, or with the movement I'm doing to make it look like that. It appears that it moves by itself. So, if you can understand what I'm trying to say. Because you can trick yourself. If it's we want to make sure that it is moving by itself, and it's not me with the camera that's moving, that's making it look like it's moving. So, this is not stars. This is not the moon. This is eye shine that we got at camp. So here's a super short clip of it. We'll replay it a few times. And it's going to probably be very fast. And so you're going to look for this eyeball in the middle of the screen. See what you guys think about it.
Mouse, like no, I'm not joking. It could be a rodent,
smaller people.
maybe, but
Well, that was very short.
Yeah, like I said, it was a very short clip of it. But again, what you're looking for in it, you see the eyeball and it's going to move. So we'll play it a couple times. And so if you really study it, you want to see if I am causing the thing to move, if it's the camera and me moving, or if it's something that's moving by itself. And so that's what we are trying to look for and determine. If you guys will look for that again.
mouse, like no, I'm not joking. It could be a rodent,
Smaller people.
maybe.
And if you can unmic yourself. So right there you can see it. It pops behind the tree and it's that bright yellow light. Eye shine is what it is. And it's reflecting off of the camp lights. It's reflecting off the IR camera light that I'm shooting off. And so we'll keep playing that.
Mouse, like no, I'm not joking. It could be a rodent,
Smaller people.
maybe, but
Yeah. So this is just one incident of this eye shine that we got.
Yeah, it's a pretty good clip since you're in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, there's no lights there. There's no one else out there. It's not someone else with a flashlight out. I mean, it's about 8 foot up in the air. It's not. Again, it's fast. It's a fast movement, and it looks like it's caught. And there's several other clips of this one eye shine, that is caught in different spots on different cameras and different days. So we'll play that again a couple more times, and then we'll
mouse, like
do
no,
something.
I'm not joking. It could be a rodent,
Smaller people.
maybe, but
Do that one more time.
mouse, like no, I'm not joking. It could be a rodent,
Smaller people.
maybe, but mouse, like no, I'm not joking. It could be a rodent,
Smaller people.
maybe, but
It's a big old eye.
Yeah. Yeah, it's big. It's not small. It's not like it's something's little. It's not a bug, right? So it's the question is, is it moving? Is it not? And maybe on the longer clip you can get a better picture of what's going on. But it doesn't appear to me that I'm moving the camera in a way that it's causing this illusion. But this was caught around camp after someone had seen something moving around the ATVs. We know that we had activity over the couple of days we were there. During the day, we were hearing stuff. You heard some stuff. At nighttime, we knew they were right there by us. People heard stuff walking close by them. We heard grunts. There was a lot of grunts. There were some whoops, howls, some audio. Of course, me and Jason seen and had our very close encounter. So we're gonna show a little bit. We'll show the other clip that we've shown that shows the single eyeball, single eye shine again. Look in the top left corner. Again, top left corner. It's slowly going to open up, and it's going to be pretty small compared to the other one from this video clip. But the top left corner, you're going to see that it's going to open up slowly, and then it's going to linger there and be there. And it's actually going to stay on camera for a good almost a minute or so.
What camera captured this?
This was on a mini camera that Robert Crider has out that's deployed out in the field. And this was pretty close to camp, and we were reviewing this on a phone, and so we actually, in the moment, seen this. And so, everyone got excited.
Looks like if you look really closely, it looks like it's like changing, basically, like whiteness.
Yeah, and what's odd is, we see this was captured multiple times, so like
the glaring, basically.
Yeah, it happens again a couple minutes later. It happens again, and one of the times we had seen it, and people had seen it with their naked eye. I believe Kevin said he had seen it with his naked eye, and Jason Kenzie, was excited because we were seeing it on the phone. And, we went out there and walked a little bit, and of course it disappeared off camera, and we didn't hear nothing, of course. And but again, throughout the night, we did get some howls, we did hear some close grunts, and we got some wood knocks, and then this thing appeared on this camera again, single eyeball. Single eyeball on the other shot we just showed you guys. And again, some stuff that's going to come out in the future that shows a single eyeball. Now, the eye shine that me and Jason seen of the two individuals, they had both eyeballs. So again, I don't know if it's something they're doing, closing one eye, if it's an individual out there, because the two we seen didn't have.
It could be possible that they do that so you don't think it's a Sasquatch, or maybe just think it's like a bird. I don't know.
Well, it's something, yeah, hiding.
Or maybe it's just like they're hiding behind a tree and they can only see with one eye, maybe.
Yeah, again, it's just more questions than answers because of. So you guys hopefully seen that, more questions than answers, really, because you study and you go through the data and you think about it and try to in a sense theorize what's going on, because that's all you can do. And with the evidence and stuff, we try to come to some conclusions. But yeah, we definitely had interaction, and so a lot of the one eyeball stuff. So either it's closing one eyeball on purpose, trying to be stealthy in whatever way or sense, for whatever reason they're doing it, or there was one individual who had one good eye and the other one was bad. Who knows? But there was multiple individuals out there that we can confirm through Jason's and I's close encounter and of calls that were made and a response that was made from a different direction. So there was definitely multiple ones out there. And there's usually multiple ones out there when you go in the woods and you're getting interaction. Usually, there's more than one. Pretty close by too. So yeah, I mean, yeah, it's very interesting. And this next year, it's thinking about this very close encounters and all this years of evidence and stuff. It's definitely going to change the way that we're going to go out there and get some evidence and get some good stuff. And I think that I know we're going to have some good stuff to show you guys. And it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. Because we are going to get some good stuff for you guys. And hopefully it's sooner rather than later. Hopefully it's, often.
Do you want to repost that link?
Yeah, I'll repost the link. And we're going to show another fifth clip that has never been seen, never been shown. That's in the Lost Cryptids vault of secrets, let's just say. Oh, it's too big. I can't show it to you. Well, it's just stuff that, is in the secrets. Yeah, this. I'll try to share it, but
Yeah, try share it.
it's okay.
Yeah.
There's other stuff I can show. Well, it's just a clip that someone sees a face in this, and I've looked dozens of times, and I don't see nothing. There's nothing that I would say on there that you can say is what the person's seeing, but the person was very adamant when filming that he's seen a face.
Oh.
So it's yeah. And I think a lot of it is distortion and noise of the video through the night system, and trying to get a clear picture of everything, and so it's just distortion and stuff. But yeah, I thought that was small enough. Oh, let's just try this. The link's in the chat, guys. So you guys can scroll up. It's still there. It's still good.
Well, yeah, but if new people join, they can't.
Yeah, I guess it only goes back so far.
Yeah.
Right. Well, it's 2022, so let's make this
it doesn't
good.
feel like it.
Let's just make this let's make it a pretty good year in the Bigfoot community and world. So right here. Yeah, so it's gonna be fun, guys. So you just wait. Everyone should hopefully have patience and wait, because we're gonna show you some good stuff and have some fun doing it. Oh, where'd it go? James just I sent him some audio he was working on and sent me some some results, and we got some interesting stuff. It was about a 10-minute clip. We got
Yeah,
some pretty interesting results.
it was only 10 minutes because there were 2 minutes of owls.
Yeah, we got some
then I
legit
really
real
repeated
owls.
and enhanced it.
Yeah. No, they were definitely real owls, legit real owls, but there were some
Yeah,
wood knocks in there.
I don't know if you ever need to use owl noises, you got it,
Yeah, I think I should have done that. We could have played on here, but no, we'll slap it on and just some interesting sounds within it, and the owls. It's funny that there's like a wood knock and then there's an owl call right after it. It's very cool.
Yeah, you sent me that like a while ago, but it was like 18 hours of audio. So it's like a process you have to do. And I finally just said, I'll just finish it real quick. I wasn't really doing anything anyway, so I was like, might as well just finish it off.
All right, so we're gonna see if this works. It usually just not work on this computer, even though it should. I might
What are
have
you
to
trying to
be
do?
closer to the Wi-Fi. Share some videos like I always had planned, but it
What's
never
the
goes
video?
planned, people. So. Of the face.
Oh, okay.
So we're going to all right. Was that doing anything yet? No.
Nope.
Should.
Well, that's not good. Does anyone have any questions? See, we got some people from Montana. Welcome back.
Yeah, that didn't work.
Did your computer crash?
Yeah, it kicked me out.
Oh, okay.
I don't. One of these days I'm gonna be right next to the Wi-Fi and see if that works. That might be the reason.
You might want to
But I just can't imagine why.
Might want to hardwire like a cord from your Wi-Fi to your PC.
I
Might
was
be
thinking
easier.
that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking about that too. I could do that, but
That's probably what you should do.
Yeah, it's a little inconvenient spot, but
Yeah.
maybe I can get a huge cord.
Yeah. I think I actually have one of these things next to me because I used to do that. It's like a 40-foot cord, but I have like 2 of them.
Right, exactly. All right, so we're gonna try it again. Hopefully, it will pop up and share.
Yeah, we got World Bigfoot Radio here from Montana.
If not, if not, I might send it to you. Because you've shared some stuff on here and it works no problem for you, so it's just me.
Oh yeah, you can probably just send it to me. It's working. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not working, but it's trying.
Right. It's trying is the issue.
At least it didn't kick
So.
you this time.
All right, we're gonna pause it.
Hey, if you can just send it to me, and I can put it up. Oh.
We're gonna try. Let's let it try and load up here real second.
Oh,
It's
is this
on
from Florida?
pause, so let's let it buffer or something real quick.
Is this from Florida?
No, this is here in Michigan.
It looks like it's Florida just because of trees.
Let it buffer up real quick and let it roll up.
Oh,
no, this is
that's not good. My ad blocker crashed.
no. That's Michigan's the summer, full green. Yeah, Michigan's pretty thick and wild around here.
All right, we're good. My ad blocker crashed.
Well, that's not good.
We're good now, though. What happened?
All right, I'm gonna try to play this. If it's too glitchy and all that, we'll scrap it. It doesn't even look like it's working.
Great.
Yeah. That sucks.
Yeah, it's just going really slow.
Yeah, it's funny because this computer, I watch 4K. I watch 4K all the time. And it doesn't act like that. When I work on video or stream or do any kind of stuff, it doesn't slow down, doesn't buffer like that. So it's just so weird how it only does it when I'm trying to do it on a live show. Oddly enough. Right? So but I can watch 4K, no problem. So I'll send it to you. Yeah, it is interesting. I'll send it to you, and then watch. You pop it up, and it will work probably for you.
Oh yeah, probably most likely.
Like you did last time. Yeah, it's annoying. All right, let me do this. And actually, I got some files I want to share with you and stuff, and some videos.
Yeah, if you want to send me some more audio, again, I will do
coming
it.
your way. So
actually, I'm not really doing anything this week. If you want to send me some audio,
yeah, we got some stuff. Yeah. All right. I'll send you this, and then I might send you. I'll send you the full clip of this other week.
oh, I don't want this.
Yeah, that's gonna take too long.
What? Is it trying to download and then send to me?
Yeah.
I
And
could just leave it there.
It's not even. Yeah, it's all right. I guess you'll be looking forward to the next show, guys. So
just
that's so
keep
weird.
letting it load.
Play. It's not even. It's not even that big of a file, too.
How big is it?
It's like 720p night vision, so it's like not even. I don't know. You look at it. It's like I said. It's not. It's only a minute and 30 seconds worth of.
Oh yeah, that's not that long.
720p. Right? Yeah, something's going on. That's weird. Oh, that's all right. We'll show something else then. We got some other stuff loaded up.
Hmm.
There we go. Yeah, I figured, if I stayed up last night, I would have. All right, so I'll paste that in the chat for you guys. Again, I'm actually working on a video that has some pretty good evidence in it. I think you guys are gonna like, and
Did you hear what
a
I
lot of stuff that has not been shown yet. What?
did you hear what I said earlier?
I don't know.
Oh, I just said that if
What are
you
you
have any
talking?
audio you want me if you have any audio you want me to
Oh
review,
yeah.
send it my way.
Yeah, I got some of the files I'll send you.
Hopefully it goes faster when you're not streaming. That's probably why it's going so slow.
Yeah, I think it's probably why. So I've actually stopped it because I don't want the stream to be affected any more than it is. Yeah, this computer is really good. You would think it'd be not much of an issue shooting in, being able to watch videos in 4K, being able to work on 4K video on the computer. I don't know. It's weird. So, no, I've been actually working on some audio of some stuff that we've played on here. Like, I'll show this real quick of this knock that we have.
I got signal here. Forest Young.
You guys heard that, right?
Yeah.
Is that him?
Oh, definitely him.
What, he
He
smacked
came
his,
flying back
smack,
when it happened.
smacked his head in the tree or something?
There's a number of clips and stuff that I've been working on. That's going to be coming that have improved the audio and stuff. That one really doesn't need improving because it's so loud, very distinct wood knock. But there's some other stuff that I've been working on and putting together. So it's been a good year. It's going to be even better this year because we got a lot of good areas to look at and prospect and things to try. No one's really going to be trying and doing, and stuff that we're not really going to be talking about and telling people. But I think it's either going to get results or it's not. And with the new equipment that we've got and are getting, we're going to be expanding our search efforts and exploration by tenfold. And so you're going to be seeing things that no one else is really going to be getting, especially here in Michigan. We're going to be doing things and getting video and stuff of things that of places that you're not going to be able to see. So from no one else, it's going to be awesome. So you guys wait. I can't wait till we show it to you guys here on the channel. So I'm not going to really go into much about it, but getting some good equipment and very excited about the possibilities and of the things that come with it. So, this year is hopefully going to be big because we got a lot of possibilities, a lot of support. We do this, guys, for you guys and spread awareness and find the truth for ourselves that we've all longed for and all wonder. And the support that you guys give us, it really helps and motivates us and keeps us going. So keep it coming, because we're going to be providing you guys with some great evidence and great content that you're not going to find anywhere else. It's all fun and games, and to be on here and talk and go on other shows and be on other shows and other people, and they talk and they do the stuff, but when you're out there in the field, that's what's most important. That's what we're doing. That's what you should be all about. And so we're getting really focused and prepped and ready to, when we're out there, that's when we shine. That's when we're our best. That's when we do the things that really matter. And it's the only things that matter is when we're out there. Not coming on here, not being able to talk, spiel stuff, and and having the gift of gab, but being in the field and doing our techniques and what we are trying to analyze and theorize out there and get the evidence. So we'll be testing a lot of theories. We'll be doing a lot of things we haven't done before. Trying to have communication with these things. Yeah, I'm excited, man. I'm very excited. So, yeah, it's gonna be interesting. In winter, hopefully, provides a very compelling research season. I think we'll get some evidence out of it. And then as spring comes and as summer hits, gonna be a lot of evidence coming out from the Lost Cryptids.
See, I'm very confident we're going to get some evidence when we go, because every time I go there, I always get something. Audio-wise, at least.
It's getting to the point in some of the stuff and theories that we put in practice and really the places we go. We're getting pretty good at being able to get evidence regularly. And so it's just going to be more an improvement this year, and capitalizing on these theories and trying to prove them so we can go to these no matter what spots we go and get some interaction by the things we do and the way we conduct ourselves and how we operate in the field, and the first things we do, and not doing dumb crap, and not being stupid out there, not being ignorant, and not being any other way besides being focused on getting the evidence, trying to be a good researcher as much as we can, and being disciplined out there, and not just doing whatever. So, yeah, I'm very confident that we're gonna get stuff, man. I'm very excited, and it's gonna be fun getting out there with you and Tyler. Us three, I think minimal people out there. Hopefully, get more interaction.
Yeah, usually with
build up our skills and.
I was gonna say, usually with limited people out there, like I've had lots of good evidence come with the groups of like 2 to 3 people. Because I don't know, they don't like big groups, I guess.
Well, the bigger the groups, the more added pressure they have, and when we had a pretty big group up north in the UP, and it didn't matter that much to them.
Oh yeah, but I mean, like in the UP, you're still going out in like small groups.
I really think it's just
like you and Jason, you had an encounter with 2 of you.
Yeah, that's true. I think they feel more comfortable, and they're
Yeah.
They get so close that they can take you out.
Snatch you away. Yeah.
And they probably feel more comfortable with less people, so they can snatch you both away. or all three of us away in one instant. Yeah. No, I mean, they could. It's ridiculously how powerful and how close they can get to you. And so if they can be walking around you as close as they are with me and Jason our encounter, I mean, you're not safe. Even in, I mean, yeah, it's you're dealing with something that's the apex predator that is well beyond our capabilities, and so they're not intimidated by us. Even with a group of people, and so that's why you don't want to make them mad. You don't want to upset them. You don't want to pressure them too much. Yeah, I know there's people out there who just want to get evidence, who just want to be the one to get the shot, and they disregard certain aspects and things, and some discipline goes out the window because they're so focused on getting the stuff that they disregard what a witness says. Says you're investigating a property where the witness says this thing's banging on my kid's window. I don't want you guys out there screaming, hooting, and hollering, because I live out here and my kids live here, and the thing was banging on the windows. So if you're all hop up and excited and want to get a Bigfoot shot, and you're out there and you're hooting and hollering, and you're disregarding what the witness said, whose family's terrorized and stuff, I mean, you're lacking discipline and focus. And there's this, people who have those traits, and all sorts of people who have different things like that and disregard certain things, and will disregard other people, and will use other people because they want to, get the evidence and be the one and stuff, instead of just doing the work and having discipline and doing it the right way, not being so money driven, and so being in the backside of backdoor dealings and all that crap. So that doesn't lead anywhere. That just leads to into bull crap. And bull crap doesn't go anywhere because it's nothing. So if you guys really are serious about researching all that, then you put the work in, you put the effort in, and you show it. So that's the only way to do it. So you can watch other people, you can watch other researchers, you watch what they do, you watch what they do for years, and if they don't fucking have stuff to show you guys, they don't have stuff, they really don't do stuff, well, you have years worth of it that you can make your own decision on it. Us, we're going to show you guys stuff, and I think you guys get a pretty clear indication of what we're about, what we do, and especially if you go out in the field with us, or have ever been around us in the field, you know that we take this very seriously, and we don't joke around when we're out there, and that's what I'm about. That's what the Lost Cryptid is about. So, because I know, James, when I first drug you out there, I drug you through some stuff. I mean, I was being serious. I wasn't playing around, and we've been through some crazy stuff. Scary stuff.
Yeah, we went through a whole, not the swamp the first time you took me on. We went through another swamp.
Yeah, we've went through some stuff. Yeah, I want to see how serious you were about it. And because it's people get complacent, and people can fake being a Bigfoot researcher by just camping and stuff. And I get people are not able to do everything, they're not able-bodied and stuff like that. And I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that people are presenting themselves as more than they're not, and are not able to do more than they're doing. And it's just disheartening.
Sucks. Yep.
It paints it paints these people up as something they're not, and then you find out the truth, and it's just like, just keep doing you, right? because I don't want 50 more years of bullcrap evidence of really nothing to show other than, oh, the Patterson film is still the best thing ever. Well, it's like 50-something years old, man. I mean, it's anything that was shot now on a decent camera would be way better than that for detail and stuff. And there's some pretty good videos out there, but nothing out in the open and in the clear sun like Patty. But I think it's possible. I think we're gonna be trying our best to get some good footage of stuff like that. And hopefully one day we will. Actually, there's no reason why we can't. So, I mean, we're trying. We're dedicated. We got equipment. There's no reason why we shouldn't be able to get some good footage of Sasquatch to be able to present people. So, I think it's going to happen.
Just a matter of when.
Yeah, I think it's going to happen to us. I think it's going to happen to a lot of people out there over the next couple of years and stuff. Hopefully it happens enough so we can get to the next level. And in some ways, that's what we're focused on too. We're already trying to be at the next level and focus our efforts there, because the stagnant water we're at now is not working. So we're scrapping all this old crap, all the stuff that doesn't work, and we're gonna be pushing on to new waters and new frontiers of ways of doing stuff and not being stuck in this muddy water. So we got some good equipment coming, good minds at work, good places to go, good plans, good future plans, good hopefully working with our researchers and stuff, and making our way and doing our thing. That's all we can do. And prove to you guys that we mean what we say, and it's evident in the work. So yeah, James, be ready. We're gonna freeze our butts off and get evidence of Bigfoot, right? So it's gonna be worth it, because winter does not stop us. Certainly doesn't stop me in my research. So I'm dragging Collar Kid out, Tyler, and we're gonna see what happens. Hopefully something big happens. Hopefully something good, something safe. Safety above all else. Iron Dogger's Happy New Year's. Appreciate that. It was a good New Year's. I'm ready for this whole 2022.
It doesn't feel like 2022.
Sure yeah, 2022. Time just flies by anymore. Just, especially when you have kids, man. It seems like it just flies by. But I'm excited and stuff. And excited for this whole year, actually, because the family is going to be out camping more, and we're going to go fishing more, and so there's be extra bonus days that I will be camping. But of course, Sasquatching will still commence, and getting the family used to being out there and not scared of everything, even though there's Sasquatches out there. I mean, realistically, it's nature and stuff, and man has a place in nature, and everything does inhabit nature, and there's it just happens. Being out there with Sasquatch is a natural thing. Does Sasquatch attack and kill people and make people go missing? Yes, but not all of them, not all the time. I mean, so you can't be scared to go out in the woods, especially with your family and stuff. I believe you should teach your family, your kids, to be out in the woods and be in the environment and learn certain things and have a feel of the wild in the woods, so that they're not city people who don't know anything about the woods, and they go out there and they're scared of every little sound. And you should have that kind of understanding of the concept of the woods of our ancestors did, of how to hunt and engage in hunting and stuff. These are all life skills and things that humans need and feed our primal instincts and primal minds. And it's good for kids, and it's good for everyone to do. Gets us off our electronics and out of the house and into the woods and environments. And so, yeah, it's an exciting year for that, let alone Bigfooting and all that. But having my boys and girls and grow up and being of age so they can learn new stuff, and it's gonna be a fun year. So I think it's gonna be the cherry on top to have the Bigfoot evidence, the Bigfoot adventures, and to show you guys on top of everything else that's going on. So I feel very, I guess I would say very blessed, and for my family and for the Bigfoot adventures. So and my future Bigfoot researchers, my kids and stuff. So because they're going to be doing it, they're going to be young, and they're going to be kicking some butt. And hopefully by then, it's going to be interesting because, research is going to be pushing it to new limits and stuff, because we're not staying at this 50 more years of what if, well, I think I got this on camera, and I think, what if, and this, or, the stagnant water and fighting, and, nothing's ever good enough, and fake bull crap and frauds and money making bull crap, and let's just get better evidence. Let's get some better footage. Let's try to prove the dang thing. Let's try to push the ball down the field. Or we can remain as the status quo, which helps people make money. It helps all the trolls. It helps all the people keep doing what they're doing, which is making people money, and doesn't help the all down the field. So almost about 2 hours in, James. How you feeling?
Tired.
Tired. I am too. I guess I should be working on some stuff.
What you working on?
Well, I got to do some voiceovers, right? And that's gonna be on this
Oh yeah.
little mini, some voiceovers basically. And the only time I can really do it is when the kids are sleeping. So then, and after a show, it's already late and stuff, and so there's only a certain amount of time I can do my voiceovers. That's quiet enough, and things work out with the kiddos. So it's either stay up really late or get up really, really early. And so I've been doing that and working on some things. Well, I've been staying up late because when we go out and stuff, we're not going to get any sleep really.
Oh yeah, I already don't get sleep.
We're talking about 18-hour days, 20-hour days when we're out researching. We sleep for 4 hours, 6 hours, would be awesome, would be good sleep. But usually it's like 4. Stay up super, super late, and then I like to get up early, so and so that's how we operate, and so you're straining your body, you're doing these 18-hour days. You're hiking all the time. Only time you're resting is to eat, get off your feet for a second, warm up, and then go back out there. Scout around for areas for night hikes and find any evidence you come across. It's just situational. It's just everything. What happens. You come across stuff, then it dictates you switch gears. But I think we are really mainly focused at nighttime investigations too, is we do most of the heavy, hard stuff at night. I mean, we go in there, we go right and try to have encounters at nighttime. A lot of our stuff and a lot of our evidence comes from at night, actually. Yeah, so we you know, have a lot of stuff that happens that, you know, we don't see. We don't see these creatures, even though they're all around us. And we know they are. We get evidence of it, and they're throwing stuff at us. You know, we don't really see them. And that is kind of scary because they get very close. And they're throwing big rocks at us. That could probably, would kill you in one hit. If it hits you, you're dead. You're going to be so messed up that, you know, you're not going to want to get up. So, you know, people are really playing with, they're really poking the bear, poking the Sasquatch. If you poke him the wrong way, he's not going to like it. You ever think about that, James? You ever really think about, holy crap, you know, these things could get
You know, I don't want to think about it. It makes it easier.
It makes it easier. It certainly does. I've thought about that for years. Well, you know, being a kid and having nightmares at a young age, you know, you think about it and it sucks. But I think about it now too. In certain circumstances,
hold on, before you go into that, we have a question from Jimbo
Yeah,
asking if we know any remote viewers or psychics, and we actually do. I don't remember which one, or it might be all of them. The She Squatchers can do remote viewings, but I'm not sure if they'll personally do them for you, unless maybe if you ask nicely.
Well, you know, you never hurts to ask. Yeah, the She Squatchers and their the founder, Jen Cruz. Jen, she does remote viewing for her Sasquatch research, and I would suggest that you get in contact with her. You can find the Sea Squatchers on Facebook and on YouTube. They have a YouTube channel. They do some great interviews, of course. They were up in the UP with us. Great trio of women. And their remote viewing, they actually did some for us in some different spots, and had some pretty interesting results. There were some spots where I just gave her a pic and said, what do you see here? And it was a place where we had activity, and she picked out spots where we actually assumed where, you know, this Bigfoot was in this spot drumming at us, and it's certain spots lined up with what she was saying. So she had some credibility in what we've experimented with, and we actually hope to continue experimenting with her, doing this more remote viewing and stuff. So so far it's actually shown some interesting results, and she you know, so it lends credit to her too. And so she's got a lot going on, actually. She does a little bit more than just that, but I think that they're going to have some pretty good results this year too. From the way
you can either hit up their Facebook or maybe her personal Facebook account and send her a message.
There'll be a Sea Squatchers Facebook page, and I'm sure they have contact links and stuff that they do on their YouTube and social media. So contact them through there. And they got some pretty good thermal that they've had over the last year or two. They got some pretty good evidence, and you know, they're a great set of women who are eager to learn and are on their journey to discover the truth of what's out there. And I think they're going to be on a good path that's going to show some good results. Jen is very, very fluent in Native American and Ojibwe, which is
Yep.
which basically the Great Lakes region and some parts of Canada are divided into tribes who speak their own distinct languages, but collectively their language is relatively similar, and they make up the Algonquin language group. But again, you would have Ojibwe, you would have Cree, you would have Miami, you would have Potawatomi and Ottawa or Chippewa. And those are all languages. They don't speak the same language. Those are very distinct languages, but they're all Algonquin languages, right? So it's very complicated when you talk about Native Americans and Native American tribes. It's not just, oh, they're all Indians and stuff. So she speaks a very distinct dialect of Algonquin, and she's very fluent in that, and I think that's going to help her in her research, and I guarantee you she's going to have some interesting results because of it. And she also, goes on the reservation over there, and so it's, I would keep my eye on them because when they go in the field, they should have some interesting things happening from my own research and stuff, because that's what I do and stuff. I do Native American stuff, and Michigan is made up of multiple tribes that speak different languages. So we're definitely trying that out, and it seems to be working, of multiple different tribes. So it is possible these Sasquatches have some understanding of these old Native American languages. And if you live in an area where that tribe, very specific tribe, lived, if you learn some of those phrases and languages, you could might have better interaction. Who knows? That's what we're going. That's what we're trying to push and theorize and improve. And last year, to me, proved it to myself. Got very good interaction using Native American dialect. This next year, I think it's going to be even more, and we're going to go above and beyond, and hopefully have actual interaction, face-to-face interaction, not something that's behind the bush and stuff, not grunts. And we're going to get whatever we can, but we're going to really push for some major stuff that you guys just, no one's ever got. Okay, we're not trying to be a average batter here. Okay, we're trying to be Babe Ruth and hit the stuff out of the ballpark. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do. So that can be batting average. So we're stepping up our game. Been working out, James? You've been doing those push-ups and sit-ups I've been saying?
No.
Do those push-ups, man. Come on, push-ups. You pushed. It's going to help because our bodies are really going to be strained out there. Trust me, they are. I always feel it. I mean, I'm always lugging around a gun and a bunch of stuff, but
Do you want to talk about anything else tonight, or just Bigfoot?
yeah, whatever. If you have something you want to jump into, let's jump into it.
Oh no, I
don't know how
don't.
late you stay on. Oh, you do.
I want to know if you did.
Well, if anyone has anything they want us to talk about or questions, feel free to ask. I was looking into some lake monster stuff recently, actually.
Oh yeah,
Some different footage and old photographs.
from
Of different ones.
Michigan or North America in general.
There's both. of Champ, and there's some, and of Lake Michigan, and some videos of some sea serpents here in Michigan, and some interesting stuff. Lake Champlain and all these big lakes that adopt the North American landscape. It's fascinating that you have a lot of similarities, and it goes back all the way from modern times to early settler times of these sightings to Native American sightings and legends. It just points to there was stuff really going on, and so oh, holy crap! Well, I appreciate that, Jimbo. Thanks for the donation. We
Oh, geez.
appreciate that. Thank you very much. We really don't ask for donations and all that, but if you guys want to do that, it's your choice. And it's going to be used for a good cause. Going to fund the equipment and help get evidence towards you guys. So that's where it all goes. And this year and the next couple of years, we're going to have some great stuff coming. There's great stuff that we're going to be getting, and right now about to get some stuff, and yeah, it's been awesome, and it really helps when you guys are, in the chat talking. If you guys, help spread our content, share our content, like and subscribe, that all helps and stuff, each and every little way. And it's our commitment to you guys, and it's our commitment, to myself. I want to get better evidence. I want to get better stuff. I don't want to bat average. I want to push the envelope, knock this stuff out of the park, really push the ball down the field in a way that is not being done. And I know we can do it. I know how we can do it, and here in Michigan, how we're going to do it. And I think we have a great opportunity for it. And I think that, last year was a great learning curve for us. There's a lot of great open doors that happened, a lot of success. There was a lot of drama. There was a lot of learning of people are in this for themselves, and people are frauds and for the money, and they won't think twice before going behind your back and trying to stab you. And so it was fantastic year for growth. So we're going to expand and do things completely different, without clouded judgment of people who are only in it for themselves and for money. So now we're going to be more focused and driven on the stuff that we've always been about, and not having these individuals in our group anymore. So, because I could care less about any of the other stuff other than being out in the woods, getting evidence of it, and showing the truth. And there's so much of this backstabbing and drama and hoaxing and fraud, and it's all over for years and decades. Like I said, it's been going on, and it's very eye-opening that it happened so close to home. But with that comes growth and wisdom, so, and more focus and discipline and a passion to do the best that we can do the way we are doing it. So I'm just going to go out there, have fun, and get some evidence for you guys. And maybe we'll get some little people evidence. Maybe we'll get some lake monster evidence. Maybe we'll get some evidence of
Ghost
some
evidence.
super paranormal, crazy portal opening, ghosts are coming
gosh.
out. I don't know. Who knows? If it's on camera and we're seeing it and we're filming it, we're gonna give it to you guys. UFOs, if it's out there, it's happening, and we catch it on camera, we're gonna present it to you guys. And I know personally from my encounters with other things, there's more than just Bigfoot out there. Dogman, we're gonna be I personally am going to be looking into that and doing more solo stuff into that. And I know as a group, we're going to be in some areas that, has potential that there's dogman out there.
Hooray.
Hooray. We're just going to get evidence of it. We're going to just do what we're doing with Bigfoot, but these things out there we'll be coming across them probably more often. And I get damn good evidence of that too. Honestly, I mean, if something happens, I want to get the best video of it I can safely. Because that's the thing is when you have, because I've been in Florida, I filmed some different stuff, and it's hard because when you're in the moment, your adrenaline is high. There's a billion thoughts going through your head. It isn't, sometimes these situations are not the most safe. Like at a drop of a hat, a flip of a switch, these encounters, these situations could go sideways very fast. So this is very, it is hard to, when you're in the moment to get evidence and good evidence of it. It is hard, but I'm very confident and I feel good about myself and my team members that we're gonna step up and do more and 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 better stuff and more stuff. We're just gonna keep coming. We're gonna keep pumping it out for you guys, and it's not gonna be pareidolia stuff. It's not gonna be red circles. It's a face of a freaking tree monster because all it is leaves pixelated and zoomed in to the 100th degree. No, we're gonna have pretty damn good video evidence and audio evidence and whatever we can. And it might be of little people. It might be of these river creatures, of these swamp creatures. We're in some of these swamps that no one goes. You never know what's underneath this mud. I mean, it'd be very easily for something to live under there and suck you down. And there you are. Where's James? James was here. Where is he now? I don't know.
Shit.
Either. Well, missing 411, right?
Yeah. Great. Always great.
No, we do have to worry about that. I think in some of these areas for sure. No, I there's plans to go into some areas of missing 411 people. Actually, there's my own personal plans, and if you guys want to go along, but yeah, we're gonna go to the exact spot of where some people went missing. Actually, of different people around the state. That correlate with Bigfoot activity. So we gotta be careful. So there's certain circumstances and family groups that probably don't like people and probably are not happy with people encouraging upon their land and shooting at them, or their dogs chasing them, or whatever, or some stupid a-hole out there banging on trees and being drunk and not making them mad or shooting at them. So we gotta be careful out there, because not all these creatures are going to be nice to us and want to play and mess with us and mess with us, really, because that's what they're doing. They're really messing with us when we're out there. We're trying to have interaction. We want good interaction, but at any moment, this thing could walk up to you and just chuck a big rock at you. I mean, literally, you're just sitting there. You're half blind and you can't see. You're walking on the trail. You can only see so far. I mean, you're like a blind little toddler out there. This thing can just come up to you and just smash you, and you're done. There's nothing you're gonna do. By the time you hear it, you turn over and stuff. You're not gonna be able to see it. It's be able to hit you and reach you and grab you before you can react. It's really not all flowers and fairy dust. The reality of the situation is you're putting yourself next to a creature who if a bear was there that close to you, the reaction time of this bear would get to you so fast that you are not going to be able to do anything to save yourself. Now you're talking about a Sasquatch who probably might have even better reaction time and reaction of movement, at the same yardage, say 20 yards from you, as a bear would. It can get to you just as fast or even faster. But not only that, but have a technical intelligence and awareness of how it operates around you, how it stealthily can do and move around you, and probably how it can take you out the most fast and efficient way if possible. So, yeah, if you compare it to a bear, if it's closer than 20 yards in the middle of the woods at nighttime and you can't see it, and a bear is like that, they're really fast. Now, a Sasquatch is probably faster. So, again, Sasquatch at nighttime is 20 yards from you, that's too close. If it's closer than 20 yards from you at any moment in time, it could take you. 30 yards, same thing. By the time it starts up and runs at you, there's not much you can do. And they can sneak up very close. So you shouldn't be stupid out there. You shouldn't lie to the guy. Again, you shouldn't, put a bad impression on them. Because you do that at your own risk. And for people who are trying to research and continually do that and stuff, you gotta have more respect and think these things of actual human intelligence and stuff. You're not tricking them by doing these little things. I'm gonna trick them by sounding like a Sasquatch and stuff. It could probably work distantly, but if they're watching you and they're seeing you do it, you're not tricking them, right? So you need to start acting like they can see you and they understand what you're doing, and we're thinking about engaging in different ways. So. Yeah, Iron Dog has a good feeling the ground shaking because of a bear or moose is something to consider about the weight and motion and stuff. And that is something too, as when they move big animals, like she was saying, when they're actually on the go and stomping, and you feel it on the earth. Sometimes when these things are stealthily moving away, there's been times where we didn't hear them. We didn't feel the earth shake. We didn't hear them. We could hear them move off the trail, and once you're off the trail, just about 10 feet, 10 feet off the trail right there close to you, and you don't hear it no more. It's as big as a bear. There's something going on of how they're being that stealthy. Maybe it's the padding on their hands, padding on their feet. Maybe it can absorb sound and muffle in certain ways. I don't know. But it is pretty amazing how big they are and how stealthy they can get close to you. So yeah, we'll be doing a lot of stuff this year. A lot of any kind of cryptids we come across. We'll be doing some ghost stuff too. Actually, we're gonna be hooking up with our good friends and doing some ghost adventures in some different places.
What are you talking about? I never heard about this.
Well, there's a lot of stuff you haven't heard about. You know me, I keep stuff on the down low till it needs to be said. No, we got some spots that have Sasquatch activity. They have graveyards right next to it. Actually, I get it. That's some nice. There's some nice spots that we're gonna check out with graveyards in the mix, and so that's why we're kind of jumping into their paranormal stuff a little bit. But we're mainly there for the Sasquatch and graveyards connection. So hopefully we're going to be able to get evidence of that. But if we get evidence of ghosts or paranormal activity, hey, we're going to show that too. So I thought you would like that, James. Yeah, but
Yes.
we're going to go out with... Yeah, there's some places actually. One place says there's a lot of ghost activity there, so we might get more ghost activity at some of these graveyards that we go to instead of Bigfoot. But hopefully we'll get Bigfoot activity too. So I mean, because there is some kind of correlation there. There are some data points that does show that there's some fascination with them, that they may know that's where people get buried. Maybe they smell the rotting corpses through the dirt and all that, or they understand of those places of what they mean. I mean, but there's a lot of Bigfoot sightings and around and in cemeteries.
Is this over by you, or
No,
like where you're thinking about going?
Yeah, there's some places. There's some places up north actually. I wanted to go, but
okay.
There's places all over the state actually. If you really look at it, there's a lot of unique stuff. But there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of places. There's a lot of places in Detroit. Yeah.
Well, not Detroit, but it's like a little bit farther south of that. Yeah. Like Monroe area.
There's a lot of stuff we got planned, and it's fascinating, and hopefully we can show just how close Bigfoot is to our backyards, because that's what the state of Michigan is going to show. So things are in your backyards. People.
Well, actually,
you don't have to live in the wilderness of Alaska.
We actually had a coyote in our backyard like a week ago.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Is that? Well, you kind of live in the city, don't you? So that's kind of surprising.
Yeah, I'm in the city, but there's like a big park nearby, so we're guessing that because we've had turkeys come in our yard before, and deer, so we think that they're coming from the park. Who knows?
Well, they have to get out, get in there from somewhere, right?
There's also railroad tracks nearby.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've never had any coyotes over here before, so that was really weird.
We have packs of them over here, and
well, yeah,
we have a lot of coyotes in the state. Actually,
that's why people hunt them.
Packs and packs. Yeah, it'd be actually interesting to get some. And I want to personally get some photographs and film of wildlife too, actually, doing their everyday thing at different seasons and stuff, because it will show that, life does thrive. There's Sasquatches in the environment, and they do prey upon these things. And, if we're trying to get Sasquatch on film, I'm sure we can get these other animals on film too, right? So that'd be good practice. And it'd be awesome to get some Sasquatches hunting something. Actually, I've heard there's stories of it, and there's people who've witnessed it. So it'd be interesting to get something like that in a film or audio of it. So, and there's more announcements to come from the Lost Cryptids over the next couple months of some big things and some public things and some fun things you guys can do, and travel to Michigan and see us and all that. So stay tuned for that. Got a lot of stuff coming out. It's been a fun end of the year and beginning of this new year. So yeah, so if there's no other questions in the chat, we're going to be ending the show here pretty soon, because I'm a little tired and I do got to get work on this voiceover.
We're tired. Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit. Got to get ready for our preparation for our exploration coming up very soon.
Oh yeah, there won't be a stream next week since we'll be camping.
Maybe we might actually live stream out there, so that depends on the signal and all this. We're gonna try. It's gonna look like crap. It's gonna be pixelated, guaranteed pixelation. every time I've went out live in the woods or anything else, it's always pixelation. It's craps. It looks like crap. But we might give up some updates and stuff at nighttime when we're warming up by a fire. And so yeah, so we might do a little bit of stuff. Who knows? If not, we won't. But we should have some sort of video I'll be putting out, so you guys will be able to still watch something from us that weekend. Yes. But what kind of food are you gonna bring out there, James? What kind of food are you bring?
I haven't thought that far ahead. Probably some snacks, since Tyler's gonna be bringing MREs.
He's gonna bring in MREs. Yep. We're gonna try some of that. I'm thinking of bringing some Spam.
Oh,
And I don't know. I was thinking about some stuff, but cooking out there. It's always good to have a nice, warm, hot meal. Some MREs might not be good enough sometimes. Some of the times you come back, but one of these times we're gonna be cooking up some squirrel out there. And that's gonna be really yummy. If not this year, definitely by next year we're gonna be implementing that. But we get some rabbits and squirrels. Having that out there actually would be nice. And honestly, the Sasquatches, they might try to come in and get some food and stuff. So we got some ideas of traps and stuff, and actually, not really gifting in certain say, but maybe offering them some type of food that would be set up in a way that only, hopefully only a way that a Sasquatch would get it. Only Bigfoot would be able to do that, tie it up and put it up in such a manner that most normal animals are not going to be able to get. So I'm going to try some of that stuff too in a safe manner. Not feeding them all the time. So. I'll cook up some bacon for some Bigfoot and give it to him, right?
that could be fun.
Yeah. So, anyways, well, honestly, I would. I mean, if they're watching us and we're having interaction, I mean, hey, I would cook up something for them. Hey, why not? You want to make them like you, right? So, anyways, it's just interactions and stuff. So we got a lot of stuff planned, a lot of hopes, hopes and dreams and dedication. So we're gonna strive and give it to you guys. And so if you guys stick with us and take a seat on this ride with us, you guys are gonna be hopefully you guys can enjoy it. And I'm excited, man. I'm just so excited. I'm ready to get out there, and we're going to be pushing the limit for sure. I just can't express that enough because.
It says done.
What knows. Did your done?
Yeah, it knows that we're done.
James' little ghost app thingy, and it tells him random words or phrases that seemingly. Connect to the situation.
It's generated through energy. Well, that's what it says, at least.
Some of the times it says some pretty interesting things here. It's like,
I only started using it today after you said paranormal, so just to see if anything would pop up.
Yeah. Yeah, and so we use all sorts of stuff out there, honestly.
Yeah, I got a few devices.
I'm excited, man. We got a lot of big stuff coming in. Going to Florida and doing more stuff. We got a big year for us. A heavy year, and then we're gonna have a lot of fruit to show for these efforts that we're putting in, and the support that we're getting from you guys. So so if you guys want to help us out, like this video, share this video, subscribe, get your friends to subscribe, and it helps us get seen, helps us get spread. We want to spread the awareness. We want to show the evidence and support real researchers who are doing real work out there, and give them the subscribers and the views and the people who want to look at their evidence, because there's a lot of people doing fascinating work out there. What's that, James? What do you got to show?
Oh, I just have the SB7 spirit box with a big old microphone on it.
Awesome.
And I also have a EMF reader tester thing. It works sometimes. I'm not sure though. I got it pretty cheap, so I'm not 100% sure if it's the best. Because the next one was a bunch of money, so I'm not willing to spend that much. It has worked sometimes and got some weird readings, so.
Yeah, we're using those out in the middle of the woods and stuff. You don't have to worry about your electrical wires and your refrigerator giving off some stuff, but
yeah, Jimbo. This is an Obulus, actually. Oh, you can't read that. Hold on. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, it's an Obulus. It's made by Bill Chappell, which is an engineer, and he works in ghost stuff. Now, I only know about it from the Ghost Adventures show, but I don't know. I've used it a lot, and I've got some really weird words on it, so it might be real, but it's a phone app, so who knows? I would like a real Obulus, but those cost money. I think this app costs money too, but it was kind of worth it.
Yeah, we're testing it. We're going to be testing more of it, and we're going to hopefully prove it one way or another if this little thing works. And I know from what we've seen so far, there's something about it. But it comes testing. It's all about testing and determining and trying things that work and trying things that don't. If they don't work, we'll be scrapping it. But we're moving in different directions and thinking outside the box. So hopefully we can show you guys stuff. Well, all right, James, if there's anything else, please let us know now. Good. If not, we are going to shut the stream down, guys.
If there's any last minute questions.
That's all that matters, James. And I'm glad you came on. I, of course, always appreciate it. And I think everyone always enjoys seeing you around here. And we'll be back doing something here next week, maybe. But we'll be back and doing more shows and stuff, of course, with you guys, and presenting more evidence and getting it out there. And so, next time we do this show and we put the link in the chat, guys, don't be afraid. You guys can come on. You don't even have to show yourselves. We can all hang out, have fun. You guys be like this. Don't even show yourselves. But come on, hang out, have fun, talk. Bull crap with us, and so that'll be fun. So anyone's, of course, invited. I don't like you, and then you won't be coming on. So, but I like mostly everyone. I'm a pretty nice guy, and it takes a lot for you to really make me mad. So, but there are stupid people out there who have done it. So they won't, of course, be on here. So
we may have some dogmen people coming on as well and talking about their experiences.
Yeah, we do and stuff.
No, I'm saying we might.
I've been trying to get Yeah, I know you got a person you want on.
Yeah, I
I've
just
been
hit him up
trying to
again
get,
because I kind of forgot about him.
My schedule right now and people I'm trying to get on schedules right now have been conflicting so much that I have not been able to book someone on really.
Yeah, because
But
late
that's
night
okay.
shows.
No, it's the other one. We were trying to do a pre-recorded thing, so
Oh
his
yeah,
schedule's
with
not lined up with my
yeah.
schedule, and then. But it's
World
okay.
Bigfoot Radio.
Because, it's a new year. It's a better year. Another year for growth and for our adventure. So thank you everyone for watching. Thank you everyone for supporting us. Thank you, Jimbo, for the donation. Of course, shout out to you. Really appreciate that. And shout out to everyone who watches our show and takes the time to listen to us, because we appreciate it. And we enjoy you guys' company, your support. And a lot of announcements coming up here shortly, next couple of weeks, so stay tuned for that. Some major stuff I think you guys can really like and enjoy. As always, thank you, James, for coming on. I really appreciate you, buddy.
Yep.
And until next time, folks, Happy New Year, and let's have a good, wonderful 2022.